Hello everybody, I'm Charlie. My dad is here and he will be turning. He's just on the camera for this part. So he's going to be turning a vampire steak today, and yeah, I'll hand over to him and get going.
Right, hi everybody, it's Chris, the blind wood turner. It's great to have you back. Thanks for the great introduction, Charlie. You did well there for your first ever piece to camera.
Thank you.
Right, a couple of things I want to say. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to Carl Jacobson. Now, Carl gave me some advice on a tool that could be helpful for me, and it's a parting tool sizing gauge. Now, from the information that I've listened to on the internet, it sounds like it would be of great benefit, because basically you put your parting tool in, and I think it has a piece of metal with a tip on it, and then the parting tool tip will be set at a distance from the gauge tip, and then obviously as you're going to your work and it's set at a particular dimension, once you've achieved the desired dimension, it will gently fall over like you can do with some calipers or dividers or a vernier. So I am looking into it, and relating to that, a guy called Tom Spears, now he's been in touch and he said he might have a sizing gauge in his workshop. He's not certain, he might have given it away or might not be able to find it, but he said if he can find it, well, you know, I can gladly have it. So thanks, Tom. I think he's from Scotland. If you are, Tom, I'm good, I remembered, and if you're not, 1,000 apologies. And also I'd like to give a shout out to a wood turner who I listen to a lot, and I think he slipped off the radar, Alan Tyler. Now he's a wood turner over in America, and he does some great videos, lots of helpful advice, sort of like complete bowl turning series, from sort of like the tree stump to cutting it on a bandsaw to drying and turning, finishing it. So Alan Tyler, check him out. I don't know where he's gone to, but if you manage to watch this, Alan, can we have some more videos, please? I miss listening to them. So one other thing, Charlie mentioned I'll be turning a vampire steak, and to be perfectly honest, that's the reason why I bought the lathe, to turn my own vampire steaks. So I've got a couple of killing kits that I've sold this week, so I need to make some more, so I do need some steaks, so I thought I'd make one today, and that's what the video will be. But while I'm talking about horror and steaks, it's getting very, very close to Halloween, so people have asked, you know, if I could do some more horror stuff and show more about the killing kits. But these are a couple more props that I've made. So this is one false book, and it's sort of like a homage to the Evil Dead. So it's a Necronomicon, Book of the Dead. So it's basically a false book that I've put a sort of like a spooky face on, and it's supposed to simulate it that it's covered in human flesh, and inside, you know, it's lined with velvet. You can use them to store whatever you want, but if you're a horror fan, you know, these are a good addition. So you've got that one there, it can go on your bookshelf, and I made a bigger one here, put a pentagram on. Again, it's latex and bigger size, so a bit bigger stuff. Again, velvet lined. These are sort of little horror props that I sell on eBay. So I've sold quite a few of them. There's something else here now. This is I got a knife and took a casting of it, and put a load of blood on it. It's on a wooden plinth here, so that's a tribute to all the slasher movies. So it's just a piece of art that you can hang up if you're a fan of the slasher movies. Now this, which is the right way up, Charlie, please?
All the way.
All the way.
Yep.
Okay, and now that's I do my own airbrushing as well. I airbrush t-shirts and things like that I sell in my uncle's shop. So this is a stencil of a spooky old house. So I airbrushed that and I just called it Hell House. So I have a dabble with the old spraying and painting and airbrushing. And on the reverse I just burnt some cracks and things in to just give it a bit of age. So that's a little painting I did called Hell House. And then I've also been dabbling with the old pyrography, wood burning. So this is a sign, it says I love zombies, and it's burnt in just some old jute twine there. So you just hang that up if you're into zombies. So I do a lot of signs like this for my uncle's shop, like Mum's Garden, Dad's Garden, I love golf, gone fishing, things like that. So they sell in the shop. So that's just a few other things that I do to keep me brine. That's salty water, isn't it? Well, that's probably what's in my head. Keep my brain ticking over. So anyway, back to the main task, vampire steak. I'm going to get set up now, get ready, and I'll be back in a minute.
Let's get going.
Right, welcome back everybody. Got a piece of pine here, chucked up, so I'm going to rough it down into a cylinder, and then we can get started on dimensioning the piece. So let's get this just get it set up in my head where I need to be. Machine on, shield down, ride the bevel, removing wood, nice and slowly. Stop the machine there. There we go, carry on. That feeling now, not too bad. Move this along, make sure it doesn't touch the chuck, make sure I've got some clearance there. Off I go. Trying to work downhill if you can. Ride the bevel, start stepping down here. Nice and slow, gentle movement. Stop the machine. So if Charlie comes back in a minute, I'll have this roughed down to a cylinder. Okay, I've got that roughed down now into a cylinder. So this is going to be the top of the steak where the grip will be, and it's going to taper down to a point at this end. So it's not going to be massively intricate, I don't think, but I did ask Carl Jacobson, following his off-centre video on the walking stick the other day, some advice about turning an off-centre handle and Carl said it'd be the portion above and below the hand, which I'm gonna have a practice at, and then when I feel safe and comfortable I will turn a vampire steak with an off-centre top. But this will be more simple today. So first of all I'm going to just make a cut. This is just gonna just determining where the top of the vampire steak will be. So that's going to be the top of the vampire steak, and what I'll do then is I will just part in a little bit, which will give me roughly a bead on the top, and then I'll mark another bead at the bottom of where my hand would be. So let's just something like that. Go in there. Stop. Yep. So now what I'm going to do is place my hand roughly where that would be, and I'll have another bead. In fact, what I need to do is set my dividers. I don't know if you can. It'd be probably better if I do that, isn't it, Charlie?
Mhm. Yep.
So I've not got my back to everybody. Rightio, so that's just slipping over there nicely now. Put it back in my pocket. So roughly my hand's going to be there. So I'll have one here. Stop the machine. Perfect. I always amaze myself I'm able to do that, but it's all to do with the sound. You can tell how deep you've gone by the sound, really. So try that. Yep, lovely jubbly. Okay, now what I'm going to do is move to the end here now, and I can put a cut at the end of the work, and this is where the point will be. Making a little bit of a relief cut there. Reduce the size of that. Okay, so there we have it. So Charlie, if you just pause that a sec, I'll get ready for the next part. Okay, the next phase of the operation is to bring down this portion, which will be the grip. So I've got a skew chisel here. I've just measured it. It's, my tape measure said 22 mil, so almost an inch. So I'm just going to line that up now, and I will just use this skew chisel to take the wood down to that depth that I've set there. So here we go. gently applying pressure. Taking my time. Preparing for nice and gentle. Just removing some wood now, using the skew chisel to remove timber, nice and slow. Again, another cut with the skew, nice and slow, removing the work. And obviously the skew chisel gives you a nice clean cut. Just stop that now. I'll have a feel. Just get the calipers on it. That's almost there.
Turn round.
Almost there. Go again. Nice and slow. Some people are afraid of the skew. That includes me. I must admit I've not done too much work with it. There you go. That's now I'm going to try a bit of a skew cut now, going back the other way. Just feel where I need to be. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. Taking my time. And I can feel when I've reached the end. Stop the lathe. Maybe just a bit more here. Feels a bit raised. Nice and slow. Take your time. Have a feel with this. And that's okay now. So if I just use a bit of a shearing cut. Just to try and tidy this up. Have a feel. Move this in a bit more. Nice and soft, nice and gentle. the end there. Nice and soft, nice and gentle. I think that's as much luck as I want to push with me with a skew chisel there today, so that's not feeling too bad. So what I want to do now is put that skew chisel away. I can move this tool rest along now, and then I want to start bringing down the main point, and again it's going to involve a tapering cut coming to a point here, so I'll use my saw bit, and because it's got a couple of grooves in it, I know what the saw bit is just by touch, and it's a bit of a help for me. So off we go, ride the bevel. Removing quite a lot of wood here. Removing material, just rolling the tool over. Bringing the rest of the work down. You alright, Charlie?
Doing well?
Doing well. Right, Charlie, I think people get the point. So if we come back now when I've just got this down to a tapered point, yeah, so catch you later. Okay everybody, I've just been working now on the point of the stake, so I'm quite happy with that. It's a pretty smooth and flowing taper there to the point, but I'll refine the point at the end in a bit. So what I'm going to do now is those two little beads that I've got going there, I'm just going to roll them over. So I'll do this top one first, get my position, okie dokie. Just gently rolling the bead over, just move my body to the side, nice light cut. Nice and gentle. Just taking off tiny little bits. Just stop that. And of course, with it being pine, it's very soft, so I don't want to be going too gung-ho onto that. That's not feeling too bad. So I'll just feel where the other bead is now. Start the machine. Gently rolling the bead over. Stepping to the side. And again, gently rolling. Very, very gentle. Just feeling what the tool's doing. really the lightest and most delicate of touches there. So I've got a nice little bead there and one at the top, which is pretty good. So I think really now what I need to do is start sanding this up. So see you in a minute. I'm back, everybody, ready to start sanding now. Got some 120 grit sandpaper. I've also dropped the lathe down to its slowest speed. So dust mask on now. Turn the machine on and sand. Nice and slow. Had a bit of shape. Keep working, keep moving the paper. So come back in a minute when I've got up to 400. Right, everybody, I don't know if you caught the last 10-15 seconds, but the camera froze, Charlie said, so we've had to take the battery out and put it back in. So if you missed what I've just done, I've just put some knurling on the grip. So I'm about to just take off this end here now with my parting tool, and that way I'll be able to just give the end.
You might have got the audio for the last 10 seconds, maybe not the visual. So.
Alright, okay. Let's just check. Well, we hope
Still enjoying it?
you're still enjoying it, yeah. Radio, so let's just feel that there. So I'm going to part this off now. Give it a bit of a relief. There you have it. That's broke free now. So what I need to do now, just slacken off the quill, retract that end piece will fall away, and I can just move this, and then I can just find the spindle gouge again and just give this a point, adding support around the back because it's unsupported at this end now. So off we go, feeling where the end is. Just drop the tool rest a bit, see what that's like. Support, there you go, just nice. Nice gentle movements, just giving this a nice point, a sharp tip. Stop that. Okay, I'll be back in a second when I've just sanded that up. Right, everybody, Charlie selected the colour. It's American Walnut, so it's going to be quite a dark colour. but it'll look old as well, I think. So just dispense a bit onto the tissue and start applying it, rubbing it well in. A bit more there now. Some more. Make sure it has a right good soaking of this stain. I'm just really trying to make sure that it's got in all that texture there. So I'm going to apply a good few coats of that. So Charlie, you can come back when we've done that.
See you soon.
Right, it's had 3 coats there now of the American Walnut, so it dries pretty quickly anyway. So sanding sealer time. So apply a good few, well, at least a couple of coats, making sure it's all rubbed in nice and evenly. Oh, as evenly as I can anyway. Keep it moving. Rubbing in, making sure everything's got some, even the tip there, the very tip. Okay, just let that dry up for a second or two. Remember, denibbing in between applications. Get my little Scotch pad out. It dries pretty fast, this stuff, so because of the cellulose in it. Okay, that's dry, so just denib this now. In fact, put my face shield back on.
Safety first, kids.
Just running this Scotch pad along, just knocking back that grain now. Making sure I get to every part of it. Okay. I'm going to wipe down. Get the dust off. And a piece of kitchen paper. There you go, apply that. Apply it liberally. Don't forget the point. Okay. Just wait for a minute or two again. Right, Charlie, you can pause that some just while we're waiting now. Right, sanding sealer, 2 coats have been applied now, and it's both been denibbed, both coats. So friction polish now. Keep the cloth moving, get a nice even coat over all the surfaces and the tip. Keep it moving. letting the heat do the work. Into a clean part of tissue. Nice and smooth. Stop that now, I'll get some clean tissue. Apply the second coat. Nice and smooth. Charlie, can you tell me how this is looking, please?
Very nice.
It got a good shine to it.
Very shiny.
Okay, so that's had 2 coats of friction polish on there, so that should be adequate. So what I need to do now is part this off. If I just lift this up a bit, let the tool rest up a little bit so it's roughly on centre. Parting tool. Wherefore art thou, parting tool?
In your hand.
There you go. Okay. Just maybe up a bit more. Make sure it's clear. I'll just start with my swap over now. Just keep working away, nice and gentle. Here she comes. Now we have it parted off. It just leaves us with a bit of a nib on top. So what I'll do now is I'll just sand this down and apply some stain and finish and come back in a minute, Charlie. Okay everybody, well I've finished it now. I've just sanded and sealed and coloured and polished the top there now. So that's the vampire stake there. In fact, let's just measure.
0 millimeters, centimeters, meters, feet, inches, 0 inches.
So if I just put my tape measure on the tip,
7 and 11/16 inches. 12 and 7/16 inches. 12 and 3/8 inches.
it's 12 and 3/8 inches long. Bit of a weird measurement, but I didn't have any dimension in mind anyway, just did it for touch. So there it is. Pine. A lot of people don't like using pine. I do, because it's soft and it's easy to shape and work, especially when you're a relative newbie like me and I don't want to keep going over and over the point, you all know it by now, but because I can't see, I need all the help that I can get. So,
Turning off in 5 seconds.
tape's just going into auto shut off there. So, it's got the texture on the grip, it feels really nice, polished. Obviously it's got the bead at the top and the bottom, stops your hand sliding down. It's got a right nice good sharp point on it. Got 2 coats of friction polish. So I hope you enjoyed watching me make this. I had a lot of fun today. This will be destined for a vampire killing kit that I will eventually sell on eBay. So what I need to be saying now is thanks to all my subscribers. It means a lot to me that you've taken the time to subscribe and you're giving me plenty of feedback. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate all the comments and the views. To anybody that's just recently subscribed, thank you and welcome. I hope you're enjoying them. Share these videos. Please leave comments, constructive criticisms, any advice, and I think I'm done. So
this guy on Dad's t-shirt is Barlow, a vampire out of Salem's Lot. Now he's a vampire, that's a vampire steak.